this time and trying to get down as much of their remembrances as possible about some of the activities and people that lived in St. Tammany Parish when they were younger. So I'm going to be talking to Mrs. Josephine Miltenberger. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. What was your maiden name, Miss Miltenberger?
Menard, M-E-N-A-R-D.
M-E-N-A-R-E-D.
M-E-N-A-R-D.
Oh.
Menard.
Oh, okay.
My sister-in-law lives in Slidell.
I see. And she's a Miltenberger. Then,
No,
right?
my
What?
sister-in-law Menard lives in Slidell.
Oh, okay.
She's
All
not
right.
in Miltenberger.
I see. Okay. Well, tell me about the book. You started to mention about the book you have on Father Roquette.
It's right there, the whole thing.
Okay.
You can open up the book and you'll see different incidents that he had. I have his picture in the front. And if you want to take pictures of it, it's right there for you to take.
Okay. And what is how do you trace your heritage, your relationship back to Roquette?
My great-grandfather was the brother to Roquette's mother. She lived in Lacombe and they bought the house across the bayou. Across the road. Cousin.
So he was a cousin?
Yeah, he was cousin.
And that's your
Great-grandfather.
great-grandfather. Okay.
And then he came down from my grandfather to my mother, my grandmother, and then to my mother, and then to us.
So let's see, that would make you a
Great-granddaughter.
great-great-granddaughter.
That's what I'm saying, great-great.
Great-great-granddaughter. Okay, it's a little difficult for me to keep these relationships,
Yeah, and I own Maya. I don't know if you know I own Maya. She's my cousin.
I own Meyer?
Maya, M-A-Y-E-R.
M-A-Y.
She's my cousin.
Oh, I see.
And she lives, not too far from here.
Is that the house on the other
No.
bayou? Oh.
No, you have to go, there's a road that you have to go. She lives on the bayou, but...
Yeah, and on the left in that stucco house, like a Spanish style?
I don't know what
Oh.
kind of, I can't remember the house.
Okay, I remember someone once pointing that out to me as being owned by the Meyer.
Yeah, I own, and Madeline and Dee Dee all had their home over there. Now, Dee Dee died. Madeline is living in Florida, and her daughter, Brucey, she's built on the bayou.
So I own
all
and Madeline.
the family are still together.
I see, yeah. Well, was this a plantation of some sort at one time?
I think it was because my great-grandfather owned all this land, and he owned most of the woods, and they divided it among the family, and it stayed among the family.
Do you have any idea how many acres?
And I know that there was at least 700 acres.
700, right?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I got 100, and we all got 100. We were 7 kids. We got 100. I own, Dee Dee and Madeline got some. So that's why I don't know exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It
What types of crops did they grow? What type of crops did they grow?
I think corn was one of the things.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure.
I see.
I imagine it was corn because that was what Louisiana always liked was corn.
Uh-huh. Well, in southwest Louisiana it was rice and sugar cane, and up in central Louisiana it was cotton.
I think it was more corn.
Yeah. Well, St. Tammany never was really a very agricultural
Yeah.
parish. They had a little citrus industry at one time.
And cattle was moving.
Cattle, yes, you're right.
Cattle.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, 'cause it was open range where I was in
Oh
Lacombe
yeah, open
for
range.
a long
Oh
time.
Lordy, we have no more trouble getting the cows out of our yard.
Uh-huh.
They still thought they owned the place.
Yeah, I know. And how old are you, Miss Miltenberger?
88.
88, okay. And when's your birthday?
October 26th.
Okay. We're gonna.
I have a little ways to go with what month. April, wait. This is the 1st of March.
Yes, ma'am.
We have April, May, June, July, August, September, October. I have 7 more months to go.
Mm-hmm. To 89. Is your family long lived?
I guess so because I have a sister that's alive.
Mm-hmm.
She's 80. She's 90.
Yeah.
She was just 90, and she hadn't been in good health. I tell her all the time she's in better health than I am.
Yeah.
But I can't make her see that. She hasn't had the trouble I had with this.
Oh my! What?
3 times a week I have to sit.
Oh, the dialysis. Yes, ma'am.
3 times a week.
Oh,
And with my arm this way.
yeah.
So
That's painful, isn't
the pain is when they stick. You can see where they stick you. They stick you with 2 needles,
it? Yeah.
and then when they pull the needles out.
Oh.
But otherwise, I don't. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But I hated needles, so you can imagine.
Well, do you know the Davises in Lacombe or the Morans?
No.
No? Okay. The Davis family was operated sawmills, and they helped bring the railroad through here. And one of the ladies that got the museum right on the National Historic Register is married to a Moran, and he goes for dialysis twice a week also.
Well, he doesn't come here, does he?
I don't know where he goes, Ms. Miltenberger. I really don't. But I think it's Slidell Memorial, but I don't really know.
Well, he mustn't come at the time I'm going.
Probably not, yeah.
But I can't think of the lady that first came with, oh boy, he's dead now, and I can't think of it. Oh. Well.
What did he do?
They came to see the place and went across the road, and they took pictures of Alpha, and I haven't seen her since. I mean, I think she came. I've spoken to her once since, but I think she takes care of Lacombe's museum.
Oh, okay. That must be Miss Moran or Miss Kindler. It may have been either one.
Kindler.
Kindler, yeah. Yeah, she was the one that established the bicentennial.
That's right.
And she got me involved with it as heritage chairman. So I'm just kind of continuing her work. You know, she's had bypass surgery.
Oh, no.
And she's in good health, though.
But,
I mean, you know, but she's
bypass surgery. Everybody says it's wonderful health.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she still drives and gets around, but yeah, she was a ball of fire, and she's 87 now, I believe. So you know, she's slowing down a bit. Her memory is not what she would like it to be, but she's still doing all right.
I enjoyed having her.
Yeah. Well, what I'd like to do maybe one day is bring her back over here and we can all talk, because I know she'd enjoy it. I know she would.
Now, I can't think of his name that came over with him. He's dead, and I can't think of his name. Isn't that awful?
Was it with the bicentennial?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Mr. Allwood, probably. Mm-hmm. George Allwood? No? Because he was our treasurer, and he died. Well, that's a beautiful sofa there. Is that?
Well, that was my husband's ancestors, and it came from France.
Oh, wow.
See,
Beautiful.
His aunt used to go to France all the time to see her cousin, Alice Hardy. Alice, oh, sure. I can't think of it. She was married to, oh, the little county town in Europe, in France. Oh, Lordy. What's the name of the town?
Well, and it'll come to you.
Yeah,
You don't need
France.
You don't need to force it because I find in doing interviews that if we just talk, it'll eventually come to you. It's hard to call back all of that stuff, all at one time. Yeah. I just learned recently that my family was from Alsace-Lorraine.
That's where they were from, and we were my ancestors too.
I found that in talking to people, a lot of the people around the New Orleans area can trace their roots back to Alsace-Lorraine.
But that was French. You see, it's been French and German.
And German. They went back and forth.
That's right. Well, my family and Lee's family were French. They all came from Alsace-Lorraine.
Mm-hmm. And that's the Menard.
Menard on my side.
Right. Okay.
And then Miltenberger on his side.
And that was German, right? Isn't Miltenberger German?
No, it's French.
No, that's French?
It's Miltenberger.
Oh, gosh. Miltenberger. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Miltenberger.
And when one of the boys was over, he changed the name to Miltenberger to make it easier to...
Yeah.
But it's Miltenberger.
Miltenberger. I like that. Do you speak French?
I used to. I used to speak with my mother. But since she died, I don't fool with her.
Well, part of what we're doing is for the tricentennial of the founding of Louisiana as a French colony in 1999. It'll be 300 years. We're trying to get the French language back into a little more common usage.
Yeah.
And there's so many people like you who, when you pass on, that part of the French culture will be.
Well, I know a lot of things when said in French. Anybody that talks about me in French, I can tell you.
I see. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Well, we see what we're trying to do is to get people who speak French back together to talk a little bit. I mean, it's not going to be on a daily basis, but occasionally. So you speak the provincial, or regional, or Parisian French?
The French.
French, okay. Yeah. So it's not the Cajun French.
No, my son was studying French in high school, but he was studying the Canadian French, and I couldn't help him.
It's that different?
Yeah. And so he didn't get anything out of it because I wasn't any help to him. But that's the way it goes.
Well, now, let me see if I can understand this and guide it. Adrienne Roquette was related to you through your mother's side of the family.
That's right. My great-great-grandfather, Adrienne's mother, and he were brothers and sisters.
Okay.
And then
Brothers and
my
sisters.
mother was a Tabaree. She was first a cousin, then a Tabaree. And then Mama was a Menard. So.
I see. So she married a cousin.
Yeah.
Is that
no,
right?
No.
Oh, okay.
She was a cousin.
She was a cousin who married a Tabaree.
Tabaree.
I got you.
And my grandmother was a Tabaree and married. Oh, my mother married a Menard.
Nice.
There's my grandmother and grandfather's pictures.
Oh, wow. Okay. And he was a let's say a Tabaree?
No, no, no.
She was the Taberry. Okay. And he was the Miltenberger.
No, no, no.
Okay.
She was a cousin
She was a cousin.
and married the Taberry.
Okay, he was the Taberry. I got you. All right. And, you know, you have to be patient with me.
I'm not patient, not impatient. I'm trying to, it's not to be confused myself.
Right. I know it's kind of hard sometimes to recall. Who is that gentleman over
My
there?
daddy.
That's your daddy. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Was he born in New Orleans?
Yeah.
Okay. And how about your grandfather?
I think they're from New Orleans.
Uh-huh.
And, well, they had the old family home on the other side of the road. And, we used to come up from June the 1st to November the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
All summer long we were here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I know as much as I do about it, but we used to have to walk, cross in skiff, and then walk to church. Because we didn't have any other way to walk.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you cross? Bayou Parquet?
No, right across from the house in the skiff.
Mm-hmm.
We'd leave the skiff there, walk through the woods to church.
Oh, I see.
It wasn't far.
Yeah. What happened to the old house?
My cousin is staying, my niece is staying there.
Oh, so it's still
But
there.
but they haven't repaired it. I mean,
I see.
it's not in the condition that it used to be.
Yeah.
And yet, the half of it has been bought. I don't know them. And they have tried to restructure the house as much as possible because they couldn't get to do the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that my niece has painted it the color the other side is, so that it looks all alike.
I see. Yeah.
But I don't get to go over there.
Yeah. When was the house built?
1830 or 33.
Is that right? That's old. I guess it's a raised house, cypress,
Well,
pine.
4 steps. Thank God they're 4 steps. Because when the 1915 storm came, it just hit the front porch or the porches. With water all over the yard, all over here. So we were lucky.
Yeah.
My mom and my uncle and 7 of us went in the house, and the storm. My daddy was in New Orleans, and so this colored person came to us and rescue by boat to see if he could go and get some groceries or anything for us.
And y'all stayed in the house?
Couldn't you work? Can't get outside.
Couldn't get. There wasn't any place to go. I guess.
And another thing, where there were snakes.
Yeah. Oh, I guess.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The 7 of us stayed in the house. I was only 8 years old.
That was a bad storm.
Oh, that to me that was the worst storm. When they talk about the storms we've had lately, as I said, they had no storm. It's the 1915 storm that's the worst. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, it all depends upon where you are and what you go through at the time as to how severe it is.
That's all I could think about is the high water, because I knew that 4 feet of high water, it's very seldom you get that. I don't know
But it didn't come into the house.
No, just
I'd like to go there one day and take some pictures. Do you think I could arrange that?
Oh, I don't know how well the house is. Maybe,
you mean as far as appearance?
Yeah, I haven't. Frankly, there's at least 4 years that I haven't been able to go anywhere.
But I mean, I could call your niece and, explain the project that we're doing.
Well, I'm
Maybe
sure.
She'd say,
oh, yes. I'm sure she'd say yes.
What's her name?
Doris Evans.
Okay. I guess she's in the phone book, huh?
I don't know.
Right.
Can't even see the phone book.
Oh, okay.
This,
Well, I'll look, and she's on Bayou Paquet Road,
that's all right. I'll catch it. I want to get the phone book out. You see why I don't use it?
huh? Yeah, I do too. I know what you mean. Um, so, you didn't know Adrian personally, obviously,
Oh
because
no, because
he was long dead.
Oh, yeah.
1887 is when he died. And Father Ballet took over in
Father
Lacombe.
Bayou.
Ballet?
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Oh yeah, he used to come here all the time.
He did, yeah. You knew him.
Oh, I knew him. Yes.
Do you know a lady named Alice Buckley? She was a Davis. Alice Davis. She remembers Father Ballet. Yeah, she, let's see, Evans.
You see, the writing is so small,
Yeah, let's see what you mean.
I can't see anything in it.
What's her husband's name, Joe?
Lee, but he's dead now.
Oh, okay.
He's with
Well,
Pierre Leon.
sometimes, they keep the husband's name in there.
Pierre Leon.
Pierre Leonce?
Leon.
Leonce? Yeah, it's not in here under Doris. So, it'd be Pierre Leonce Evans?
No, no, no. My husband's name you had.
Oh, no, ma'am. Her
Evans.
husband's name.
It's not under Evans.
Doris Evans. Yeah, what was her husband's name? No, it's not under Doris. There's Evans, but I don't see.
I'm trying to think of his.
Well, don't worry about it. I'll do that research another time. As long as I have a name, I know that it's on Bayou Paquet Road. And the name of the place was Bonfouca? I mean, that was what the name of the plantation was?
I don't know what they called it, but she gave it a name when she came over,
Uh-huh.
and I think she called it Bonfouca, but I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
But I always call Bonfouca, Bonfouca. You know.
Yeah. Well, the whole little area.
Oh yeah.
Bonfouca,
Oh.
but I was just wondering if it got its name from.
From the Valley Lacombe until through the bridge of Slidell.
Mm-hmm.
It's with Bonfouca.
That's Bonfouca, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me show you the book since you haven't seen it.
Forrest's name is Craig. Last name.
This is a part on Father Roquette. That's his family home on Royal Street,
Yeah.
and the cross that was erected in his memory, and then some of the documents over at St. Benedict's.
Gladys,
Yeah,
she's the one.
right, that's Gladys Killen. Yeah, I wrote it as if he was thinking,
Mhm.
as if it was his thoughts. You'll see it when you read it.
Yeah. And if you want to take pictures of his life, what I have of his life,
All right. Yeah, I'd certainly appreciate that. Speaking of pictures, let me get a picture of you.
oh gosh, not me.
See, what I'm trying to do is for the tricentennial is put out another book, but a lot. That's like a little magazine.
Yeah,
But
well,
I wanna-
he had we had a book or something for him last year, a year before last, whenever his 100th birthday that he was dead. They
Yeah.
had something at oh shoot,
The one that guy D'Antoni, Blaze D'Antoni.
Blaze.
Blaze D'Antoni. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gave him a lot of information. Plus he did a lot of research, and I'm sure he talked with you.
Yeah, but I didn't not write down the trouble is not having a tape to write it down, and I didn't write it down.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to correct.
Yeah, but he was very good.
Yeah.
He came, took pictures across the road, and then he took pictures here. I have the best ones.
Yeah.
Original best ones. My father wrote that, and I'll show them to you.
Okay.
Just me, takes a while to get up.
Take your time. Take your time. I'm gonna stop this now. Well, let's take a look at these vestments.
Now, if you want to take a picture of it, I'll hold them up and on me.
All right, that'll be great.
See, you have everything.
Now, these were made for him?
Yep. Look, it's just as if it was made yesterday.
Yeah.
The only thing is where he perspired.
Yeah, let's see.
Otherwise, it's perfect.
He must have been a fairly small man, huh?
I don't know.
It looks like. Well, of course, that's hard to tell from something like this.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'll let you put the thing on. Isn't that awful?
Well, you don't need to stand up. What I'll do, yeah, if I can just sit back and we'll just drape this on you. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Put it on my arm.
Okay, well, wait. First,
Why don't we just put this?
just put it on like there. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And then we'll put this like that. And this one, let's see. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll drape it over the back of the chair like that. Because that was, we call it the surplus. Surplus. And let's see, this
I
was
can't
the
stand
altar
up.
cloth. Huh?
No, you don't have to stand up.
No, I say I can't stand up.
Yeah, well, you just relax.
Put that up here so you can see more of the best one.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, okay.
That way you can see more of the best one.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
But if she could put it on, she's standing up, you'd see the whole thing.
Oh, that's not necessary. Doggone it, these batteries are bad again. Oh. And I just replaced them. Well, what I'm going to have to do.
Let me get my camera, huh?
Yeah, get yours. What I'll have to do is.
In one of my books, my grandchild took a picture of it, and I'm holding it standing up,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
can see it.
Well, this will do all right. Wanda, let me see. Let me turn this light on here. Get a little more light on you. Yeah, now that'll be better. Is that too bright on you?
No, not. Can you turn it the other?
Yeah. All right.
It hadn't even.
That's a shame. Doggone. Batteries, I swear.
You want to see, maybe she closed herself? Don't let the
Oh,
dog.
okay. You locked yourself out? Oh, the dog, huh? Yeah, at least this one works.
Take apart a few just in case.
It's so much better if it could be held up.
Yeah.
She could hold it up.
Well, I'll have her hold it up too, but
Yeah.
I just want to get some with you in there. All right. Now, I'll have her
She
do it.
can hold it up, which it would show better.
Yes, ma'am.
Or do you want to hold it and I'll take a picture?
No, honey, I can't.
No, not you,
Oh.
him. Him. You want to do it or do you want me to do it?
Okay, well, I'll do it, and I'll put it on
All right.
that way. I don't even have to hold it up. Let's see. Yeah, the front is this way.
I
Let's
get
see.
worse and worse. I can't.
Well, don't exert yourself.
Well, I exerted without meaning to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get you excited.
Huh.
Okay.
All right.
Now, you can take a picture
Of both of you.
of us here.
Now, wait, look, let's get. Wait. I want you to see the whole picture of it.
Oh, okay. You want me to hold these out, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and you can hold that. Okay. How's that, Betty?
Okay. All right, let's
Take
take
it.
a photo.
Yeah, let me straighten this out a little bit.
Yeah.
You getting Joe in it, too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yes, indeed.
Well, great. Were you born in New Orleans?
Yes, I was born in New Orleans. By
When?
fluke, I would have been here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were
Tell me about
the
that.
1st of November, and I was born on the 26th of October.
Well, how were you born in New Orleans rather than here?
Well, because my mother would stay till 1st of November.
Oh,
And
I
because she
see.
was expecting me, she had to go home earlier.
Yeah, because there were no hospitals or anything over here.
We had nothing over here.
Nothing, yeah.
We
Did-
were,
How were you to get here? I mean, I know there wasn't any automotive
schooner.
traffic. Schooner?
mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was the name of the schooner? Do you
Oh, honey,
recall?
I don't know.
Yeah. But it came up Bayou Paquet?
Oh, it came from the New Orleans through the lake on Bayou Paquet.
And did you have a landing? I mean, it actually docked right out here
Yeah.
in front?
Wait, no, give me.
What?
See if I can get it.
I'm not too good at this folding stuff. Was this like his everyday vestments, or?
I I imagine it was every time he came over here,
Mm-hmm.
because they had the best ones when he was in Lacombe, and
Mm-hmm.
they were pitiful. They were
Is that
all
right?
torn up and tattered.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well, you've seen the ones at the Abbey.
No, I didn't see the ones at the
You didn't
Abbey.
see the ones at the
I
Abbey?
saw the ones in Lacombe.
No, there's some at the Abbey that I photographed. It's in this book. And they were must have been for feast days and holidays, because they are
Well, he did it
quite more elaborate.
every time he'd come over here and have mass.
Yeah. See this?
Mm-hmm.
That was his altar.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
think
we
that-
had one like that, but bigger than that.
Uh-huh.
It was his altar here.
Mm-hmm.
And the best ones.
Did he say mass at the house?
Across the street, yeah.
Uh-huh.
He'd say mass whenever he'd come.
Did he have a little chapel?
Oh, he had chapels all over the country.
I know, but I mean, did he have one over there, or did he just
No,
use
he'd
the
come
house?
and not have. My mother had a special. I don't know what you'd call them. Or that he'd use to say his mass on.
I see.
She gave it to my brother. He died, and his wife died, and his daughter died. So one of these days I'm going to find out from Jim who has it.
That would
He
be
had 3 children, and I hope that they have it.
I hope they do, and I hope they're aware of what they have.
I don't know about the kids, but Jim knows what's going on.
Because, you don't want to let it just kind of
You might
get
know
lost, you know what I
Jim's
mean?
in Covington, Jim Ferguson.
No, I don't know Jim Ferguson. Who is that?
My brother's a son-in-law.
Oh, okay.
He
And his
lives
wife
in-
died?
Oh,
His wife's
yeah.
dead?
He lives in Beauchene. That's Mandeville, isn't it? Beauchene.
Ocean.
Mandeville.
Mhm. Yes, ma'am. Well, when y'all came over on the schooner, did you leave out of Bayou St. John, or where was the place
I
that you
imagine
left?
we left. I was so small, I don't remember.
Or you didn't continue coming here as you
No. The
matured?
minute they had a road, we started using horse and buggy.
I mean, you'd still come here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we'd leave it over at my aunt's house on Thompson Road, and then we'd come by buggy here off carriage, and then go back and leave it there at her house, and then take the train over here. The train was running through here,
Mm-hmm.
and they took the postman died, and nobody wanted to take his place. So then they had to cut out the train. I mean, the
Train master.
they had nobody to be train master.
Nice.
So that's where Slidell took half of it, and Lacombe took the other half.
Oh, I see.
But it's still Bonfort to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't help it. Anytime anybody says, where you live, I said Bonfort.
Yeah.
And I think they'll say, well, where is that? I go into the spiel with them.
Yeah.
But they know I'm
Well,
live at Bonfort.
I think everybody from over here knows Bonfort.
I know,
But it's all these new people
Shoot.
coming in. They don't, they just think Slidell,
but
just North Lake.
the older people that lived over here to me, I was a child.
Right.
To them, some of them I know are as old as I am now. But I never hear anybody talk about Bonfort. They talk about Slidell, Lacombe, but never say Beaufort. And every time anybody asks me, I say Beaufort.
Mm-hmm.
That way the name will not die.
Right.
Yeah. Well, when I write the tricentennial booklet, I'll make sure that I put Montfoucault, St. Tammany, Louisiana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a deal.
Well, that's what it is.
Well, certainly. Yeah.
It should still be Beaufort, but
When you all were coming over here, you still grew stuff. I mean,
oh yeah.
Was it a working
Oh, we had our
plantation?
garden and chickens and cattle,
Uh-huh.
and Bayou used to be the one to do everything for us.
Who was that?
The
Bebe?
colored man I spoke of.
Oh, uh-huh.
And Papa was in the grocery business, so he'd bring groceries every weekend,
I see.
and he let them have the groceries at his cost,
Uh-huh.
because it was too hard for those poor people to be buying groceries.
Sure.
So they would help in their way, and Papa would help in his way. And that's the way we got along.
Yeah. Sort of a trade-out type of thing where
Yeah,
you had to trade food for labor.
that's right.
There was very little cash money, among anybody, much less the poor black people.
You were lucky to have them come help you,
Oh, yeah.
and you were able to do to help them.
Yeah. Well, I know how that is. It was what was the train that came over here? Was that the L&N or the Illinois Central?
No, I think it's the L&N.
L&N, yeah. Yeah.
It would go from New Orleans over here to Covington.
Mm-hmm.
You could stop at Mandeville and Lacombe
Mm-hmm.
and to Covington, and then it would come back.
Well, did you ever live anywhere else but around here, or did you you've lived here all your life, basically? Huh?
The summer months, we lived over here.
Yeah.
And when I came in October, I just stay over here.
Mm-hmm.
Then we started living over here, and we'd go by automobile to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm. Over the old bridge, the
Yeah.
7-mile bridge.
Those were the days.
Yeah. How long would it take?
Oh, I'd say about an hour and a half,
Uh-huh.
maybe a little longer.
Uh-huh.
It depends on the traffic.
Yeah.
Not that you had that much traffic, but anyway.
Well, that's what it used to take me in the 60s when I first bought my land, because you had to go out Sheffman to a highway,
That's right.
to Highway 11, and it was
That's
terrible shape,
Oh.
terrible shape. And then come through Slidell, and then Gauze Road was just a road. It was still gravel. They were just starting to pave it then.
Oh, yeah.
So it took me a good hour and a half,
Oh,
hour and
yeah.
45 minutes.
I know.
And that's in the 60s. It's just now that with the twin bridges and the causeway,
And
all the people have
the
moved
kids
over
don't
here.
realize how good it is.
Mhm.
They still think it's terrible.
How many children did you have? Just one, Pierre.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I had 3 miscarriages, but thank God I had my one.
Yeah.
Because, like the doctor told me, my sisters wanted me to go out with her. And I said, I'm not going to go out. I wasn't feeling well. And the doctor came over and he said, had you gone, you would have lost him.
Mm.
So I was glad I didn't go. We lived upstairs, and it was me men going down and up the steps. No, I was stubborn. I wouldn't go. All I didn't know was when I had the other miscarriages, I was in the hospital, and it was too late. But thank God I kept my one child.
Is he an attorney?
Hmm?
What does he do? What is his
Insurance.
insurance?
Miltenberger and Company.
Miltenberger and Co. In Slidell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes all around. He was in Baton Rouge, I think, Friday. He goes to Lacombe and to Mandeville, goes to Covington, all over. He's New Orleans. His business is over here, but he goes.
Yeah. And you have grandchildren?
Two, a boy and a girl, and the boy got married 20th of December, and the girl is still running around, enjoying it. She is, I don't know what you would call them. She takes care of the people that don't know how to breathe, swallow their food. My husband was like that. He'd swallow the food, would go in his not in his stomach, in his lungs, his esophagus, and we never knew why he kept coughing, because he wasn't getting digesting the food properly. And so that's what she's teaching. She has, I don't know, young kids and grown-ups, and